Hello there, and welcome to another episode of X4 with the Star Wars Interworlds mod 0.81 installed. We are playing as the Hapes again, and we are in our Charuba class medium corvette type of job. It is the agent ship from the Old Republic, if you're not familiar with it. So yeah, we're picking up. I've not done much. I've been on it for about 5 minutes or so. Last time we got to Telos, and we'd done. Basically, I've just had a look round to try and find Catonica, because this is where the CSA Home Guard base is, their main seat of operations. And I've also checked out Midas being the one of the unclaimed systems. It's a bit of a Goldilocks system as well, plenty of every type of resource there. However, it is home to a pirate base, which we can do this by, it's a mystery at the minute, but if you click on it and then scroll out, at some point you find, oh look, it's a pirate base, and it's in blue, which means it's not a threat. Whereas this unknown station here, this red question mark, that's a nasty station, and it's slightly damaged. And if we scroll out, we can see that symbol. If we're familiar with that symbol, we know it's a Vong station, basically. So yeah, this is kind of where we are. This is where we're at. I'll be honest, I've been a bit rushed this last few days, so I'm a bit kind of flabbergasted, so to speak, of what to do. We are just going to pause it a minute, because although the CSA aren't hostile to us, there's plenty of factions that use CSA space, such as the Mandalorians and the New Republic, who are hostile to us. They don't like us. And from our other playthrough, our QAT trader playthrough that we're currently doing, we know that because the Hapes are basically pirates, which is why most people hate us. So yeah, so just a quick recap of what we're doing, more for me than anything else. I think last episode, yeah, we got this little station up and running, our little energy cell station. We've also got a miner mining away, getting us a little bit of money. This is all kind of like good and dandy. We haven't got a large dock module for this one yet, so we can only accept small and medium. And our starter ship, the little Mytel cruiser thing, that's acting like a trader for us. I think what I'm going to do, first things first, is we're going to buy a ship. And we're going to buy a medium ship, and that medium ship is going to be either the Corellian, whatever you might call it. We'll put it on a high preset for now, and then we'll tweak it, get an idea. So that's going to be 1.5 million, with a cargo capacity of call it 12,500 units for container storage. So this is a hot contender. The other one is the bulk freighter, which is a lot cheaper and does a lot more. And as it's only mainly going to be trading inside the Hapes system, we're gonna get this one because it's cheaper, basically. We just need to tweak it a little bit. We don't need all these fancy combat thrusters and stuff like that, because if you don't know, this ship is literally just the Arctic lorry of the Star Wars universe. It's fully civilian. It doesn't have any weapons to speak of at all. It is literally just a ship of cargo capacity. I don't think we don't even need a targeting computer. I don't think, because what's the point? It's got flares just in case someone does take a pop shot at it, and we don't need any Marines. We're just going to have service crew, and we'll add that to the shopping list, and we'll confirm that order. There we go. And we'll get that trading as well. That'll get us a little bit more money coming in and out, increased reputation and stuff like that. And I suppose what we need to do, for me and my sanity, because like I said, I've been a bit rushed these last few days. A lot going on as regards to, you know, stuff to do, life, the universe and everything. And every now and again you have these I'll accept that. We'll come across any black sun ships, and we'll take a pop at them. And we'll do these. Yeah, so we're just going to have a bit of a chilly sort of episode. In this particular episode, we've not tested this ship out yet. Mine missions are boring and are generally not the most fun in the world, but they are good for testing out a ship's. It's like going to the firing range, you know, just testing your ship out at the old target range, just kind of like honing it in, getting a feel for it and stuff like that. We've got quite a few guns, and we've got a good amount of the light or medium explosives on here, proton torpedoes. So this ship's got some legs. It's got some things. She's a bit of a boat. She's a bit wallowy, and she's not the quickest. She's not a nimble fighter like we're used to with our N1 on the Q8 Trader series. But she's all right. We need to give her a good test. She reminds me a little bit of the Gauntlet, the Mandalorian Gauntlet, which is not a gauntlet. Cara Thrace. Bo-Katan. Oh, she's got. I was just about to say she's pretty accurate with that first one, with that off the cuff shot. But yeah, good range on it though. 3.5 clicks. Yeah, it reminds me of the Gauntlet, which is the. I don't know that. I can't remember the proper name for it. So you have to forgive me on that one. And the reason I say Cara Thrace's ship is because Cara Thrace is Starbuck in Battlestar Galactica, and Katie Sackhoff plays Cara Thrace. She's a fantastic character, and I like Cara Thrace. She's cool. She's pretty cool, and she also plays Bo-Katan. Is it Kryze? Of House Kryze, the Bo-Katan Mandalorian noble family, and that's why I say Cara Thrace, because she's essentially the same actress that plays the same thing. One thing I was very shit bed. Didn't want to shoot that. One thing I was mildly surprised at is. She also does the voice of Bo-Katan in the Clone Wars series. Does Katie Sackhoff, and it's the same actress, which I was a little bit surprised at, because I didn't realise Katie Sackhoff did voice acting work. So there we go. And if you didn't know, now you know as well. Stranded Pirates, accept that. Set it to active. Where do you want me to go? And then we'll go and check on our little new build ship, our bulk freighter. We've already had a bulk freighter before, our little tester trader, and we sent it off into the wild world, and then we sold it after mere seconds, after mere minutes. But yeah, no real plan for this episode, like I said, apart from we need to make friends with the... I wonder if we save this Black Sun ship and then destroy this Black Sun ship, whether that'll count to our destroying Black Sun ships. Although the mission brief did say they want these guys as an informant. So yeah, I'm trying to think what mentality we need for this series, and I'm thinking as we are... from a pirate. Oh god, too quick. As we are basically a pirate faction, do we need to be playing a bit more piratey? a bit more cutthroat. But then that goes a little bit against my own personal. Whoops. So I didn't know, but one of the side buttons on my mouse that I've just accidentally pressed is defaulted to torpedoes. That's interesting. I have to press R. But yeah, the Gauntlet was a very good bounty hunting ship, because what you could do is basically sneak up behind. Well, I say sneak. It wasn't really sneak. Oh, that's interesting. So we've just got paid for that Black Sun destruction mission, and basically we've got it because we're destroying Black Sun mines. That's good, isn't it? We got paid 300,000 credits for doing a mission that we needed to do. We'll have to remember that in the future. We'll just have to, any of those missions we see, we'll accept them. Right, so there we go. Is there anything a little bit more spicy in the world? Let's sort out our trader, because the trader that's sat there is not a trader that's making our money, is it? And we need to make money. Right, so we'll check, make sure, yeah. It's always worthwhile checking on your crew when you buy a new ship to make sure the best person is in charge of that ship. Because it's not always by default the person with the best piloting skill and stuff. So yeah, we also need to think of as well. So if we're going to have any form of a fleet, we need to be thinking like what? A plus? Nope. No, we're not doing any of those missions. We need to be thinking like what things we want to build. Energy cells is obviously the easiest. Ooh, 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 ooh. Who's this? What's going on here? Ooh, corporate sector authority. They wanted it. Oh wow, the CR-70's taking out that arc pretty handily. Ooh, poor arc. You meant to be informing, not destroying. Let's fly to this unknown object here. Did we have an unknown object? Yeah, we need to start thinking about what we're going to be producing long term, so we can start planning on what blueprints to buy. That will also, we also need a system of our own. At the minute, it's probably looking like Midas, because it's nice and up and out of the way, and none of the factions hate us enough to, you know, be bothered to come and destroy our stuff. But we do need to get something fairly hefty so we can defeat the Vong station that's kicking around there, because that will basically start spewing out ships at some point, little Vong fighters, which can be a pain in the backside to deal with, but we'll get there. So we're just going to do a little bit of exploration, see if we can find any more missions, see what's kicking about us. So on this far hand side, if we go down far enough, we'll come across the Moncal Lamari sector, which could be, I think, is in CSA hands, because this series we're going to war with the ICG, and as soon as we can get the mission to basically join the CSA's war against the ICG, that's kind of what we're going to do. Yeah, we don't need autopilot to go through this gate, because it's gonna faff, it's gonna mess around. We don't want it to do that. But yeah, apart from that, I don't
Jump completed.
don't really know what we're doing, to be honest. Just having a mooch, having a waffle, as we like to do every now and again. We've got some unknown stations here. Have we got any missions? Escort missions. Let's set a little target for that place. So what have we got? We got some sort of tech factory. We have got like a defense station there. That's a jump gate, and that is another sort of tech factory. Got any decent missions for me other than these crappy little escort missions? Tell you what, I'll have a scout around and we'll kind of see if any decent missions come up, and then I'll come back in a minute.
Disengage.
I could do with finding these CSA's small shipyard, so then we can see about buying a small little exploration vessel, which I think for the CSA is going to be a Z95. What we'll do actually before we take a little break is we'll have a quick look at what ships they've got. So we got the Praetor. That's new. Looks pretty damn cool. I like the Praetor because it's got the big. It reminds me of a tank. Not like a Baneblade tank, like a Warhammer Fantasy. Warhammer Fantasy, yes. Bring your Baneblade against your Bretonnians. No, a 40k Baneblade. These with the barrels on the back. I like it. It's a good, cool looking ship. Although they don't sell it, which is annoying. They do the trusty Venator, which we'll probably end up getting a Venator. And they also have a number of other ships, such as a Proclamator. They're new. Ooh, I like those Proclamators. Very nice. We might end up with a Proclamator at some point, because the plan will be basically build up a New Republic fleet, as well as building up an Old Republic style fleet, as well as building up a Hapes fleet after we start claiming some systems and sectors. So I think the main things I want to achieve this episode is going to be get us reputation up with CSA and join the ICG CSA war, so we can do it, and also maybe find Camino. Finding Camino would be nice, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of a break, do a little bit of exploration, flesh out some of these systems, and I'll be back in a little moment. Alright, we're briefly back just so we know what's going on. So we've scattered out Cadavo. There's not really much going on, and we've already found a CSA wharf in Centaurus. So we're going to buy a ship, or we're going to have a look at potentially buying a ship. I fancy actually a long probe, a wire wing long probe for this particular endeavour. They're nice and cheap, and usually we go with the Z95s. I do love a Z95. It's probably one of my favourite little ships, the little baby X-wing. But we don't need. We're just going to have cheapy shields because we don't need expensive shields. So yeah, we're going to go with we'll go with a Q7 because it's cheaper. MS1s, that's fine. Turrets, yeah, we'll stick with an ion turret. You don't need a docking computer. You don't need your basics. Oh no, police scanner would probably be good.
We will be scanning your inventory.
Scan away. We'll give you some flares and we'll give you a bunch of satellites as well. We've got the money for it, and we'll put a marine in it just in case it comes across a ship that we can claim. Y-wing scout. No, we'll make sure we know for what playthrough it is. It's a hate one. We'll save that as new. We'll add it to the shopping list, and we'll confirm that order. And then we can scout out some of these systems. Save me the job. And we're going to fly through this here gate. And continue our little adventure. Our little traders are working nicely. One thing I will say for the HAPE system, because it's so small and because it's so densely packed with stations, my first trading station that we've set up is pretty good.
Jump completed.
like it's a good start in that regard, because you know I've not had all the usual problems of low skill traders not knowing what to do. They're saying that they're probably all broken. No, they're all doing what they're doing. They're not hanging around. We had some little problems with the miner to start off with, but I think that was just a little bit of an X4 glitch more than anything. So yeah, hired help. What do you want? We'll do that.
I knew I could count on you.
Fine, Tabana. We'll accept that as well, and we will accept that one as well. That one's going to take us out, so we'll do this one first. Just because it's easier. We'll need to go. We'll need to see if we can't find a what you might call it.
Engaged.
Like a wharf or something like that to basically give us some resource probes. Look, you don't need to stop and start to do that. You literally fly. So good. You know when you're feeling a little bit manic? I'm feeling a little bit manic today. A little bit kind of like wired. Feel like, you know, Nicolas Cage when he's doing his kind of like, is it Gone in 60 Seconds where he does his whole, I'm a little bit wired, I'm a little bit tired, that kind of thing. Ooh, this station looks very pretty. Look at this. See-through bits. What are you producing?
Short range transporter. A.
There you go, you're dead. Let's have a look inside this here station. Oh wow, you can see all the laser beams. They're making advanced electric products. So we're going to have to get out in a spacesuit in a minute. We need to find these leaks and repair the leaks. Pretty standard stuff, to be honest. Oop. Now, if you want to fail the mission, we'll potentially get a reward. You can actually just scan these leaks and do it like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, we're plus 10 now, so they're happy with us. We might be able to join the war soon. Oh, right. One thing we need to make sure, this ship is just gonna hold position. Yeah. Hello. Right, so it's a pity about the interior on this ship. It is a little bit bland. I do like it though. Right, let's fix this here. That's one of them. Where's the second one? How far away? Is it worth flying in our spacesuit? Oh, it's only 500 meters away. We can do a little bit of a spacewalk for 500 meters. He says, immediately regretting his decision. It's 500 meters as the Minoc flies. There you go. That's using a common phrase, but with a Star Wars twist on it. Minoc, if you didn't know, is a type of weird bat that likes to chew on electrics. Han doesn't like them, as seen in Empire Strikes Back. There you go, keeping it relevant with Star Wars. While we're doing this, what else can we kind of like just thinking? So I'll be honest, I've not actually edited my version of it together yet, but did a little bit of kind of like collab, cooperative play with Matt of Matt Parker's YouTube channel the other day. Playing some Vane, which is like a zombie survival style game. it reminds me of a bit of a scaled down version of DayZ. If you've ever played DayZ, DayZ was one of the armor expansion thingies. It's zombie survival. I think it was a hello. It was successful. It was big. DayZ was big when it was originally a mod by I think Walking Dead was a big thing when it first came out. That seems to ring a bell, or it was around that time, and then it went from being like a homemade mod to being an official mod. I believe it had like an official DayZ expansion. I played a little bit of that. It was a very brutal game though, the old DayZ mod. You used to get it was a hard game to kind of like solo survive, unless if you knew people that were really good at the game and you were part of a big group, you were fine. But you used to have to basically go out and you'd find things, ammunition and weapons and food rations and stuff like that. But it was a big PvP environment, and people would hunt you down mercilessly, regardless of whether you were a new player with just your long johns or with all your gear. And there was like designated safe zones and that kind of thing. It's pretty good. Vane is much better, in my opinion, because it's not got as much what do you call it? Like it's a bit more friendly. High yield. We can't do that one just yet. We can set that to active because it does look like we're most likely going to have to go back to some sort of wharf to kit itself out. In fact, we'll ask if we see another ship. We'll ask them on the old comms. I'm not going to do the autopilot thing because autopilot is rubbish. I come to the conclusion autopilot is rubbish unless you're flying in a super straight line, and even sometimes then it does struggle. You're better off just flying yourself. Autopilot works best in small ships. What am I doing? Oh, I'm destroying mines again. So I'm going to give my voice a little bit of a rest because it's getting a little bit sore. And we're just gonna do these missions. We'll quickly read. We'll put it on autopilot while we read this message. Probably automatically fly into a minefield as well because that's always fun. Due to our close proximity, we can join the war. So we'll do that. So I'll just mop up this mission. I'll go find a wharf and then do that little resource probe mission for him as well. That'll get us a little bit of money paid. Put us little scout on its scouting mission. Hopefully it won't get itself destroyed. I want you to explore Column X, and then when we've done Column X we'll move through this way. Oh, it's not revealed it as a jump gate yet, so yeah. But yeah, I'm going to do these things, and then we'll be back in a second. All right, so what's worse than a mine mission? A mine mission that glitches out. There you go. So it would appear that potentially this little mine mission is not working as intended because it is stuck and I can't quite shoot it. Now, part of me is saying, well, just leave it. It's not worth it. But the other part of me, I think, is it got itself stuck in... Yeah, it looks. It's stuck in the station. I've got a feeling it's followed one of the little drones into the thing. So we're going to try and pop it anyway. There we go. We might not make friends for that one. So that one's done. I still need to find a wharf. Oh, hello.
Transport.
Comms.
Hello.
Where can I find a way to a
Sending you
wharf?
information now.
Unknown station
Jump
in
beacon,
Catonica.
Catonica.
So,
Autopilot. Disengage.
I've already gone over autopilot being rubbish, but yeah, we'll have a look at this. So we've got a wharf over in Tellus, which only are a short hit, jump and a skip away. And we should be able to accept this mission. So we'll accept this one first. But oh god damn it. Where was it? It wanted us to go to one of these, didn't it? Was it that one?
Autopilot. Engage. Autopilot. Disengage.
So we'll go and do this, and then we can do that resource probe mission. It might be worthwhile buying a like. I'm thinking to make us a little bit of money in this. We have, instead of going the full station route, we maybe have a mess around with miners a bit more.
Jump completed.
So dropping off some. Oh, actually, what is the demand for? What is it? Tabana refinery. How much Tabana do you actually need? What are you selling? Bought wares. It's probably going to be worthwhile actually buying if we can afford it. How much we got? 600 and odd thousand. It's not a massive amount of money. Is there such thing as a small gas miner? There's not such thing as a small gas miner. We would need one of you. Income 1.5 million. That's a lot of. What about a minimum preset? Nah, it's not good. It's not going to be. We can't afford it yet. And I'm not hanging around, but it is something worth like bearing in mind. To basically get a gas miner and start mining in some of these systems. Start, bringing in a little bit of a side income. Essentially, I'm not 100% fond of this cockpit view. It's a bit, I don't know. Doesn't feel very sleek. Although I can't remember on the Old Republic how the interior of the cockpit's laid out. Because you never actually fly it first person. You can go into the cockpit, that's how you set which planets and that you go into. But whenever you're, technically in charge of it on the Old Republic, we're going to hit the satellite dish. No, we're not. When you're in charge of it, it's always in third person on the little third person shootery missions. Which are quite fun. Old school style space shooter, a bit like Afterburner. I think that this feels like deja vu, so I've probably talked about that a lot. So I'm not going to talk about it anymore. You're doing all right. Let's just quickly check it. Oh, you're not. What's your beef? Is there no trade? Have we run out of? Oh, so we're struggling on sunlight. Because the other thing that's probably going to be useful for us to buy is a builder ship, so we can start actually building. Because the one of the problems we had was finding
Ship technology factory.
no, not the droid I'm looking for. It was finding the builders to actually complete our station. Is there any builders? freighters, freighter. Yeah, you can do like a little builder ship to expand, because that's going to need some expansion. In fact, we can plan the expansion now. Plan build. A very small station. Very small. Go like that. A phase 2 build. I didn't give myself much room to maneuver with this one. We can also, because I can't see this being any more than an energy cell station just to get a start. Oh god, you're not going to fit. What if? No, we copy you. Oh, we can get another one on there. So it's a bit of a funky design, but there you go. Is there any chance we can find a builder anywhere? No, not as it stands at the minute. So we'll come back to that one. I'm not going to mess around with that one too much. What are you? You're a wharf. Oh, you're a fancy looking wharf. Wow, that's new. Look at that. That's proper cool looking. How do I build something? I want to build something like that. That's like the circle. Oh, that is well cool. Anyway.
Docking granted.
Oh, look at the little... So these must be some new parts. I do seem to remember reading about the updates on the SEA for some of the factions. They're no longer... So beforehand it was the X-Force stuff like Terran and stuff like that. Now we're getting like Paranid and all sorts of other factions popping up just to give the different factions a little bit of a more of an identity. Which is pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. So let us buy. What is it we needed to buy? We needed to buy a resource satellite, didn't we? We want a resource probe. Add to shopping list. Confirm order. And then we can have a quick run off and do that mission, and then I'll go and do the... When I come back, we'll do the other one. Oh, no, didn't want to do that. So...
Delta Class 1 transport.
As a potentially unfriendly pelter. We'll actually no. We should be quick enough to get out of the way of the pelter. It's only a cargo pelter, so they are tough. They're pretty gunned up for a cargo ship, but they're not maximum aggression, and they probably will leave us alone. There we go. Look at that. Hi ho, Silver, and we're away. So I'm going to finish this mission, drop this resource probe off, and then we will see you very shortly when we join the army. Alright, so, couple of things. As luck would have it, this little mission has taken us through Monkal Amari, which is one of the systems that we wanted to play. We wanted to go anyway. And I thought we might have got a builder out of it, but unfortunately not.
Unknown object.
We've got to find Delat. Now, let's just hit the brakes, because I'm pretty sure that way is Lethal. That way is... So I'm going to hazard a guess. It's probably this one.
Unknown object.
So Mon Cal, there's a couple of good things in Mon Cal. You have got the Mon Calamari shipyards, and I think the system, yeah, it's a good sunlight producer. So we might actually build a station in this system at some point, just so we can get some trade going with the CSA. We're not too far. So at the minute, the ICG hold it, which the system Kessel.
Jump completed.
And we found it. Yeah, so Kessel is quite a good system as well. I think Kessel could be a fun system to maybe try and build in. Because Kessel, obviously famously, the Spice Planet. I'm not sure if in the new canon stuff it is classed as a prison system, but definitely in the Legends books, Kessel is where a lot of basically prisoners, high-class prisoners, like the worst of the worst, get sent, like your crime bosses, ex-Imperial officers that are really hard ones get sent to Kessel, because Kessel's basically a mine, a spice mine. Spice is used for a number of things, such as making medicines and stuff like that in the old Star Wars universe, as well as being used as an illicit drug. Don't crash, don't crash.
Docking granted.
Oop.
Mass transporter B.
A chance to make some money and friends by killing this lowly criminal. Sorry, buddy. You're worth 500 credits. And whatever loot you've got. Oh, some needles. So yeah, Kessel could be a fun place. I mean, I'm thinking. So Hapes are obviously a piratey faction. It might be cool that we're the noble son that wants to break away from a life of piracy. Still wants that life of adventure and whatnot, but is more inclined to make a bit of a more slightly honest, noble warrior household thing going on. Maybe, I don't know.
Thanks for your help.
Just don't know what our narrative drive is yet for the Hapes thing. We're just kind of playing the game, which is fine. I do like a little bit of a narrative thing to play along in, especially in sandbox games, because it kind of gives you a bit of a reason to almost role play it like a look at this guy, crap at everything, however really high morale. Jaren, the happy guy, he's nice to meet us. He's to help. He's going to coordinate our efforts against our enemy. And look at the stock markets. You're a true friend. Thank you. Great need of pilots like me. Yep, my mind-destroying skills are legendary. Constant threat throughout our history. Many see them as a force of nature. Some, but reality, this is what are they? I suppose greed is a force of nature because it ICG and stuff like that. We can't just throw any passing pilot at the enemy. Well, you could. You might get some results. We've got a prohibition period, victory. I've not done one of these in ages. Forgot how long it's. Any questions? No, just give me the job. So basically, you've got a variety of different jobs, very similar to the normal jobs that you get, except it's specifically for the CSA and its influence, helping influence in the war and stuff like that. There's a lot of patrol missions and stuff like that. There's building defense stations. There's your kind of supplying station missions and stuff like that. I can't remember what the advantage to do them is. It's more basically we're fighting for a specific faction now. So we're no longer, you know, pirate. We're now privateer. We are legally sanctioned to go after and destroy CSA ships. Because if we look under here, so these are all the normal missions. We can still do those, but we also have access to these. And I think sometimes you can accept one and it'll not let you do the other ones. So ideally, unless it's paying a lot of money and you can do it, you don't want to sit these ones in your kind of like waiting away. You want to do ones that you can do fairly quickly, and these can change pretty quick as well. So we'll do a nice simple supporting a raid. Some of these can be quite thingy, like, so these are like going after specific targets. It doesn't always tell you what they are, which is a bit annoying. It could be stations, it could be you know, individual ships or things like that. It can vary. We're going to do the support the raid one because at the minute we've only got the tiny ship. So now these ones could be a bit broken, the old raid ones. We're going to go to our ship. We've got to go to a specific station, talk to that guy, Mikhail Bro. We've got to find the entrance to our ship, which is on the other side. Talk to old Mickle, Mickle the Pickle, and then you basically he'll tell us to meet up with a ship, or we can do. We'll show you. I think of supporting a raid, you usually escort duty kind of thing. They sometimes do have a habit of cancelling fairly easy early on, which is annoying. Find a way to Jabim. So where would Jabim be? Right, we could do with a ship. Because time is kind of the essence. These missions can fail. So if the ship you are meant to be with gets destroyed, the mission will end basically, because you know the escort ship's gone. Sometimes they'll get called off earlier. One of the reasons I stopped doing these in the previous mod is because the missions could be a little bit broken, where essentially you'd accept it, you'd fly to this guy or whoever the representative is, you talk to the representative, and then you'd get sent. That power station is making us a hell of a lot of money. Then you get basically it'd return you to talk for the debrief straight away because the mission had ended. Which, from what I can gather, they've done some tweaking on the missions and stuff like that. So maybe they're a little bit more fixed with any luck. Bunta.
Jump completed. Jabim.
Okay. We got a pause. Where can I find Way to Bunta? You should tell me.
Sending you information now.
Yes, straight on. What we got in Bunta? Wow, so we've got some really good sunlight systems down here. 180% sun, that's fantastic. That's really good, that. Lots of sun. Make sure you put your sunscreen on. But yeah, so we'll come back when we find Mikhail and we'll pick up this mission. In fact, no, we're going to fly to it together because just in case it does cancel, we can learn together. There's quite a big fleet there. Find a way to Niban. Right, come. Where can I find a way to Niban?
Sending you information now.
Thank you, friend. Oh, no, not the button that I was wanting to press. Let's see here. It's all a little bit of a faff sometimes flying to all these places. It's not always worth it, to be honest. The best missions you can do for the war effort ones is building attack fleets and building stations, because they're almost guaranteed. Oh look, we've got a bit of a war going on there. Let us pick it up. No, they're not showing on the old scanners, but like, whoa, not quick enough. Oh, looks like there's been a bit of a battle. Alright, so we've got to find Mikkel. Oh, one of the things that can go seriously wrong on these missions as well. Is that explosions I hear? Oh yeah. Is the system can get taken over by a rival faction, such as the ICG in this case, because they've been pushing forward, and your station can get destroyed. So we'll check it all out.
Unknown station.
Oh. Because what else can happen as well? If you're on the station and the section you're in gets destroyed, you die. So we'll drop a quick save. Why not? And then we'll dock up. We'll quickly run in, grab this mission, and speak to him, and then get him to just basically follow orders with him. How the ICG have managed to basically, or how the CSA has managed to build a station in this system, is a little bit beyond me. It's kind of like just let them build it, and we'll see what happens. No, we haven't got time for you, little attack drone. I believe, yes, we've got that. We're not under attack at the minute, which is good.
Successfully docked.
Now the pay for these missions varies.
To welcome you aboard.
Oh, I'm pleased to be aboard. The pay for these missions basically varies based upon how much you contribute. So for every ship you destroy whilst on this mission, you get paid more money. For the time spent on this mission, you get paid more money as well. They sometimes give you like little things to like patrol a system, and you have to go to individual systems and that. Right, okay, close breathing.
Good luck out there.
So yeah, there we go. We've got a couple of things to do. We've got patrol time, which is essentially 20 minutes, or 20 visits to a station, or 20 ticks next to your commanding officer, which in this case is our Praetor. We are going to, so a lot of the time, depends what I'm doing. If I'm not recording and I do these missions, a lot of the time I will do just kind of like go around and ignore like the the bigger war going on. But I think in this particular case, if we can find the fleet, which is currently... Is it up here? The fleet?
Unknown ship.
There we go. We might get stuck into this battle. If it looks like it's going to be a complete and utter suicide run with no escape, we'll probably split away a little bit. If it looks like it's going to be a nice, honest fight, which it could potentially be, we'll get stuck in.
Unknown ship.
Oh, that's one of the new ships, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. It's a it's the flagship Luca hull. Cracking. We are in a good ship for... I hope we're in a good ship for these types of missions. All depends. We'll have to see.
Be prepared for combat encounters.
Be prepared for combat encounters. We are prepared. Right. Now we've got a slight advantage here of we can basically, we're not considered a hostile yet. We're an unknown force.
Damage is getting serious.
So I can fire some missiles and not aggro them completely straight away. We should get... Or not. You know. Whatever. Should we get stuck into this fight? I think we should. And now the party has started. And IG, these little IG-77s can kick out quite a bit of fire. Oh wow! So we're next to the big boy. Now we'll get paid on a couple of things. So things we get paid for is ships we've destroyed, ships that we've damaged as well, which is always nice. Time we've spent close to our patrol group or jumping from different station to station, that kind of thing.
Unknown ship.
What are you? Where are you?
Unknown station. Unknown ship.
Unknown ship. Is that a... We can't see it. I think that's probably a Porax. We might be able to take out the Porax. We could potentially do some damage on this station as well. Help out with that. Well, we can take out the Shepepi, the Sheathipede. Ooh, look at all this stuff. We could also fill our little hold with some swag, some spoils of war. And see if we can't go after some of these smaller ships as well. Get some money for that. Oh. Danger, danger. Wow, this ship's pretty,
Stop your attack immediately.
I don't think I will.
You will now suffer consequences.
I don't think I will, because I've got my friend here, and he's got a rather large ship.
Comms channel open.
Reporting criminal events.
Acknowledge. Criminal record.
Not the smartest idea, I'll be honest. Attacking the station while a big ship's attacking it, just for the crossfire. But you know, honestly, you're gonna want to go come after me. Oh no, please do. Please do come after me. Wow, so this ship is... I wouldn't want to think we're getting swarmed in it, because I think if in a swarm we're going to lose out quite a bit. But in this kind of like situation, it's pretty damn good. I quite like the new third-person camera as well. Got a bit. It's actually very reminiscent of the Old Republic. Oh, someone else is firing at me.
Oryx high-tech factory. Oryx 38.
Just go to first person.
Oryx 38.
What's that? That was shooting at us. We are exchanging fire with something. We'll go after this little Porax. This should actually turn out to be a decent mission, like payday wise, hopefully for us.
Oryx 38.
I would imagine we're going to have to be a little bit careful if with things against like bombers and stuff like that, because we're not the most manoeuvrable. We're not going to be able to outrun missiles particularly easy.
Vulture droid.
We are definitely earning our keep, and as you can see in the corner, we'll keep getting paid. This will keep going up for doing things like this, so they're quite a distance away. We'll stick near our mothership, so to speak. Look at that. That is an impressive looking chunk of cheese. I like that. I like it a lot. And what's this? This is Praetor, isn't it? It's like a capable little ship. Say little, it's humongous. Look at it. It's massive. There we go. Let's have a quick look. Oh, we still not managed to take out the CSA factory.
Vulture droid.
I don't. Will you please stop defaulting to?
Vulture droid. High-tech factory.
Right, it's on 1%. Where's this 1%? We can probably help out with taking out this 1%. Oh, we got a Venator as well. That's pretty good.
Star destroyer. High-tech factory. Vulture droid. High-tech factory.
I don't.
Vulture
Will you
droid.
please stop auto targeting the Vulture droid? It's rather annoying. Now, hopefully, unless this mission glitches out a bit and our defense station gets destroyed, we should get some decent money for this.
High-tech factory. Unknown ship. High-tech factory.
What bit is it you want him killed? Well, the tiniest little section, which is just not quite destroyed. Can we see it? Oh, there we go. There's that bit there.
Stop your attack immediately. You will now suffer the consequences.
How about now? I don't really want to stop my attack right now.
Reporting an attack.
I'm making friends with my CSA buddies.
Acknowledged. Criminal records being updated.
Come on. No, I said it a lot in the Imperial series, or with one of the series anyway. It'd be so much better if we could take over stations, like do a boarding action on stations
High-tech
and that.
factory.
Oh.
Vulture droid.
We did it, guys! I actually got the killing shot on that one as well.
38.
Right, we're gonna go towards that Venator. Because I don't really want... if we can use the Venator's guns as a screen, basically, we're using an advantage.
4x38.
Ooh, a green Venator. Very nice.
Reflecting my shields.
Right, so this potentially is going to be a fantastic payday for us. Is that build storage still around?
Unknown ship.
Oh, that's a builder, and I think that's come in here. Oh no, it's not. It's flying away.
Build storage.
Let's have a mosey on by to the build storage. We can take out the build storage. That'll relinquish any claim they've got on this. We've got a message as well. We'll quickly pause it. We'll check that message. You've been stripped of your rank with the Independent Commerce Guild. Like we care. We're at war. Well, so far, unless something catastrophically major bad happens, this has been quite a successful little raid. I mean, we are very light on fighter and screening ships. We've only got a Venator and a Praetor. So if they send in a big fleet, we might struggle a little bit. And they have got a big fleet kicking about because I have seen it. Oh, hello. Geonosian frigate. Yes, we'll not be playing with you because you will kill our ship. What you?
Station.
Let's have a wander over here.
Ship.
So we should get. We'll get money for every kill we got or damage we've done within a degree. The other way to do these missions, like I said, is to basically not overshoot your target like that, but go to the individual station. So that one's told us to go to that one, and then it'll tell us to go to another one and stuff like that. Can I hire you? Oh, you're already busy. You do. So in the past, I've found you do get more for sticking with the command ship of the fleet. You can also request to leave your patrol early if you want to. Oh, hello. Oh god, oh god, oh god. No, not like this. Oh, look at that. So, the reason I've just panicked a little bit is because there's quite a large fleet over there. Just pop his nose up and have a look.
Providence.
Now, we need to make a decision whether or not we want to be part of this little fight. We've got hard cells, we've got providences. What have we got on our side?
Acclimator 1 transport. Build storage.
Acclimator
Defense
transports
platform.
ain't going to really cut the mustard. So I want to stay out of direct fire, so then depending on how this fight goes, we might need to basically do one. So you just pause and look at the map at a second. There's one Praetor against what we got. Recrusions can put up a decent damage. Hard sell frigates. I don't know how these are. I think they've got quite a bit of missile on them. Oh, New Republic Patrol. Right. If there's New Republic Patrol, most likely they will come after me. So we're gonna head to that station, basically. Stay out of the way of those X-wings. Because otherwise the New Republic will start shooting at me, and then they'll get angry with me and stuff like that, which I don't really. That messes around with the missions and stuff like that. We've got 14 ticks out of 20, so we're pretty close. We've destroyed quite a few ships as well.
Artcell transport frigate.
This is going pretty well at the minute. This ship as well has handled itself pretty well. We've not really been in the thick of it, combat wise.
Civilian ship A.
These are worth destroying when you're doing these missions as well, because you will get paid for them. So you get your 500 usual, plus they'll charge you a little bit extra. So it looks like our little Praetor has decided to go through jump gate. So we could actually stick with that if we wanted to. But one of the things, we will have to return to this base at some point. So in this case, it's quicker to
Unknown ship.
just do the whole fly around the factories, and then we might come back. And any other little fighters like these Poraxes and stuff like that, any that we can essentially get on their own without being in fleet capabilities, we'll do. Willow, like stuff like
Factory. Unknown ship.
that. See now we're in a little bit of a precarious position, because we've lost our big support vessels. Although that looks like it could be no, it's just part of the station. I was going to say, I thought the sticky outy bit on the bottom then was a Venator, but it's not. I mean, we will not be defending this station with our lives, that is for sure. Luckily, nothing's wanting to properly engage with us. It seems to be quite happy to stay where it is. Little busy builder drones, doing all the buildery stuff. Alright, it wants us to go back.
Defense platform.
So this like doing this between the defense platforms. Sometimes it'll ask you to do this kind of patrolling mission in a quieter system where there's less action. This is kind of one of the things you'll do a fair bit of. Let me just what you pack in. So this is. I mean, these AEGs, they can pump out an impressive amount of firepower, and backed up with a couple of Poraxes as well. There's quite a potent, against one ship anyway, against poor old us. That's quite a potent little kick.
Unknown ship.
Because you got the DPS coming from the
Unknown object.
the Vigos, and then you've got the Poraxes basically with the missile capability. So you've got to be careful. You've got to be careful of these things. I mean, one of the things you can do, you can actually do your own thing. you don't have to necessarily stick to the missions, like what the mission's telling you, but you don't get paid nearly, like it's not really worth the effort, or in the past anyway, it's not been worth the effort. So I could go off and do some
Container.
like if there were a mine mission or some other mission, I could do my own thing. Or I could literally sit here for 20 minutes and it would eventually tick down, but you just don't really get paid as much.
X38.
I mean, I'll happily pick a fight with a little patrol group if it comes in close with this station, because this station's pretty beefy.
X38.
Don't think I quite like the auto targeting thing on this when they're in distance.
Factory. X38.
The other thing to good check as well on these is for like your future. So we know that our command ship is now all the way back up into Jabim. It's good to know what the patrol routes are, what they're following, just in case you either need to find them or
Vulture's right.
anything like that. Or whether, because sometimes, say like there's quite a bit in this system, and we know they're coming back this way. It's sort of like, well, what I'll do is I'll jump and meet up with them, and kind of like stick with them. But sometimes you'll find that the patrol fleet is always way up in Catonica, and you're down here, and it's kind of like, well, there's no point in me sticking with them, even though I get paid more credits, because it'll take too long to find them. Wow, there's a lot of ships there. This ship would have been nice with like a singular turret, I think, just to kind of fend off everybody.
Factory. Aim at right.
There we go. Right, that is mission complete. So what we can do now, return back to base, and we'll get a little bit of a breakdown of how much we're going to get paid. And then we'll call it an episode for this particular one. So what we'll be looking at is the briefing, basically, and it should tell us basically what we've done, how much we're going to get paid for it. Oh, there's a bounty hunter and a Razor Crest there. That's been destroyed.
Vulture's right.
Why was the X-Wing patrol all the way down here? What's the New Republic actually got nearby? I'm in Naban. So they've got Kashyyyk and they've got Trandoshan, but as far as I'm aware, Trandoshan's not got any thingies. New Republic are just jerks. They just go wherever they want and call it a patrol. It's like, oh, we're patrolling this system that we've got no right or ream to be in. Oh, if you want to as well, you can sometimes stay out of this patrol and carry on doing it, and you'll get paid even more and more. It can sometimes be useful in a quiet system. If you like, so for example, I like my Warhammer and my Wargaming and stuff like that. If you can get away with it and you can sit at a station while that
Successfully docked.
basically keeps paying you, it's worth doing.
We're pleased to welcome you aboard.
Because you get paid for it. But there we go. Let's go and see our bro, Mr. Bro. I cannot stop yawning. Alright, buddy, where are you? He's not in the war room anymore. Right, raid. So this is the operation as a whole. And can I pause it? Pause the game, yeah. And we'll just like so it tells you like roughly what it is. So support the battle cruiser, yada yada yada. Independent Commerce Guild is the target. Excuse me, I'm yawning again. So our target has 7 bases in this, and it'll tell you what those bases are. If you've got a bigger fleet, you can go after these. You do get paid for destroying stations. It tells you where the ship is. It's quite a useful little briefing thing. That's like a rundown of what ships you've got. So there's a Providence, the flagships in this system, and stuff like that. Now, so far in this operation, there's been 1 Gazanti killed, 3 Vigos, 2 Setis, 1 of which I killed. So it's not paying me for civilian. So things like this. So there's been 6 out of 10 Poraxes killed. I've done 9, or I've killed 6 out of the 10 that's been destroyed. My damage was 92 point blah 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 out of 1,000, which pays me 40,000 credits. I got 1 kill on that. Oh, that's on my cruiser, which got me 55. The damage to the Vigo, which got me 53. So you can see like it really racks up quite quick. Patrol reward. So that's for how much I got paid for going through the different to and from the different stations. The escort reward, that's how much you get paid for sticking with your command ship. Your engagement reward, so I got 213,000 credits for getting engaged. So in total, I've got 400 and odd thousand credits, which is pretty good. So if I close briefing now. There we go. Oh, good timing on an autosave as well. So we got paid nearly 500,000. We got a good new balance. We got some good reputation as well, which to me is win-win-win. We're going to shift and D to our ship and teleport there, just because in case we get attacked whilst in dock. And then we'll get into our ship, undock. We'll set a little jump point as this base in Bunta,
Engage.
and we'll fly off into the sunset. And we'll call it an episode. So, we've timed that just right, because that thing
Lucraholt battleship.
looks to be making a beeline for our defence station. If I was on board while that destroyed it, we would have died horrifically.
Jump beacon.
You don't even go
Launch
into your spacesuit, you just die. It just says you have been killed.
Autopilot. Disengage.
We'll turn it off autopilot. We'll get out of Dodge, and then we will call it an episode. So as ever, thank you for watching. I have been Captain Jack Gumption. This has been X4 with the Star Wars Interworlds mod 0.81. If you would like to support us to help us keep up to date with the latest DLCs and stuff like that, and new games and PC upgrades, because goddamn my PC does need upgrading, you can do so. I'll put a link to Patreon. Other than that, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, this slightly action-packed episode. Moving forward, this is going to base way hello.
Jump completed. Launch up.
That was a bit stressful. Moving forward, this is essentially going to be our playthrough now. For the Hapes, we're going to do some more of that combat-based missions and stuff like that. We're going to try out some new ships. We're going to see about building a bit of a bigger fleet, as well as getting some ships that can hit a bit heavier. So we can see about doing some other missions. And we're actually going to move to the next system, because this system doesn't seem like it's going to be in CSA hands for long, and I will forget what's going on, and when we load I'll get killed straight away. So yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time.